Okay, Mr. Malloy here, and this is a video for expanded and word form for whole numbers. This is our first video of the year. So, last week or so here in class we've been working with whole numbers with the base 10 blocks. And like we talked about in class, eventually we have to know the numbers because we can't be making 300 million tally marks to show these numbers. Okay, so we have to understand the system that's in place, and we discussed it, and we're going to use it if you need to. At the top of the page, we have a place value chart to help you if you forget the name of a place value or if you can't decide what the location is. Okay, so we're going to be writing the number in expanded form. This is something I know you did last year. This should be a review, and hopefully this will refresh everybody's memory. Okay? So first of all, this 2 is in the ones place, and there would be a decimal point there, but typically we don't write it when we just have a whole number. And then on ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, after thousands, millions, 10 millions, 100 millions. Okay? Follows that same pattern. So this 3 is in the 100 millions place. And I have 100 million 3 times. So to write that in expanded form, I'm going to show that. So I have 3 times 100 million. So this is the 100 millions place, and then this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It would be 8 zeros. So that 3 is not really a 3. It's not 1, 2, 3. It's 300 million. So that means I have 100 million 3 times. We write numbers in expanded form for me to see that you know the place values of a number. Again, this is way too long to work with in everyday life, but we do this now, so I know that you know that that 3 is in the 100 millions place. We put a plus sign, we start parentheses. That 7 is not really a 7. That 7 is in the 10 millions place, so it would be 10 million. You should start seeing some patterns here. Plus, that 9 is not really a 9. That 9 is in the millions place, so I'm going to write times 1 million. Okay, I'm expanding the number to show the place value of each of the digits. That 2 is not really a 2. That's just how I think. That 2 is not really a 2. That's in the 10,000. So that's 10,000s place. That 8 is not really an 8. That 8's in the 10, or that was 100,000. This is the 10,000. And make sure you don't put a plus sign like I just did. So times 10,000 plus. That 4 is not, or that 1 is not really a 1, it's a 1,000 plus. That 4 is not really a 4, it's a 400. That 8 is not really an 8, it's an 80. It's in the tens place. That 4 is in the 100 place. And that 2 is actually a 2 because it's in the ones place. Okay, so you can see how I expanded that number. That 3 is in the 100 million. That's how I write 100 million. That 7's in the 10 millions. The 9 is in the 1 millions. The 2 is in the 100,000s. The 8's in the 10,000s. The 1's in the thousands. The 4 is in the hundreds. The 8's in the tens. The 2 is in the ones place. Okay? So, any questions? See me in class. We'll be doing more of this in class. Like I said, this is the biggest number. We're going up to the 100 millions place, so this is the biggest number you'll be responsible for. We'll get some practice in. Hopefully you remember doing these things last year. Okay? The second thing that we're going to be doing with these numbers is that we're going to be writing them in word form. This is called standard. This is called expanded. And then if we write it in word form, it's exactly what it sounds like. We're going to write it using words. So I have, if we turn to the back of the page, the back of the handout, Okay? So you can use the chart on the front for spelling. You can look up these words. You can get a chart off the internet. I have them in my room also. If you need to borrow one to get the spelling right, they'll be available for quizzes and tests. So we just write how we would say the number. So this 7, that's in the 100 million, so 742,839,819. Thousands, millions. Okay? So how did I say that? Well, it's 742 42 what? Pizzas, people, baseball players? No, it's in the millions, so we have to write millions. Okay? Then we just look at it here, 839. Everybody can do the hundreds place, so that's 839. 39 what? 39 thousands. Or 39,000. 819. Okay? So you're going to write them exactly how you would say them. Any troubles, any issues? I know this is the first video. We'll be practicing this more in class, but we'll have a huge head start if we come to class knowing how to do this already. And hopefully you did remember doing this last year. I know in 4th grade you do this. The only thing is we're working with a little bit bigger numbers now.